This is the video review for Transformers Generations Deluxe Thunderwing. Thunderwing is a pretty nice jet. It's a nice general shape, pretty big size, lots of detailing, but the color scheme in this jet mode doesn't really do much for me. It's just kind of bland. General boring white with an occasional blue and an occasional gold. And then you see robot parts. So in this mode, well, actually in robot mode too, but I'll show it off now, he has a gimmick where he can pull a little drone out of his nose. And this is a reference to his G1 toy where he was a pretender, but the pretender shell also had an alt mode. So he was a little ship like this, like turned to a robot. He would plug into a larger pretender shell. That would be like a jet or something. That would then turn to the actual pretender shell, which looks like this guy's robot mode. Now, one thing about the pretenders is that they're supposed to be kind of organic, and that's why he has kind of reptilian scaling detail here. And one place where I find that that organic motif really comes across is without a little drone plugged in, because it almost looks like he has a mouth. I think that's pretty neat. In this mode, his missiles can plug in under the wing, but the thing is, he has such a narrow wingspan anyway, and his visible arms take up so much of it that with these under the wings, it doesn't look like he can fly, so I typically don't use these in jet mode. I do use them sometimes in robot mode, though. Last thing to talk about this mode is he has landing gear. This one's fine, stays out pretty well, rolls pretty well. These ones are super loose, and if you push them forward, they'll go back in. It's because of the direction they're hinged. And I'm afraid I don't understand it. I don't see why they couldn't have been hinged the other way, so pushing them forward would push them out. Yeah, that's his jet mode. To transform him, push, 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 untab, fold over, unhook, pull down, push down, push into place, fist forward, and split the feet and we're done. It's a pretty simple transformation, and just barely complex enough for him to avoid feeling like he's a jet with a robot strapped underneath. And I like the way his robot mode looks. Looks very elegant. Well, not elegant as in simplistic, but it looks very royal with the way his wings come down, and then with his kind of scaly detail on his chest, he looks fairly organic. Very nice head sculpt. Lots of light piping. He's got a really nice robot mode. Now, one thing I want to point out is that this is not a stock Thunderwing. First of all, he doesn't have the little shoulder guns anymore. And the reason why I cut them off is because if they're on there, he can't rotate his arms up like this, which is a pretty big deal. Also, his thumbs are broken off. That's not a modification, that is a fault with the figure. I was fitting a weapon in. It was supposed to be 5mm post, but it was a little bit too big. Ended up twisting the thumb off. Came off on one thumb, so I took it off the other thumb. And then also, you'll notice, he doesn't have the top part of this thigh detailing. The reason why is because that thigh detailing is there, and you move his leg forward, it will push his chest forward, which is not good. He also has this little hook thing right here, which doesn't look pretty, but it holds pretty well. And that was an attempt to get this to latch in better. Ended up not working very well because pulling it forward just caused it to move this hinge, which, if that hinge were tighter, wouldn't be an issue. And for a while, that hinge was tighter, but they got loose over time. So there are certainly modifications to be done to fix the chest going forward problem. Just shave down this part of the thigh and you should be good. That should keep anything from pressing too hard. For articulation, his arms go forward, back, bend at the elbow, rotate at the bicep, his hands can twist, head goes 360, and then oddly cut ball joints, cut at like a 30-degree angle or something. And then the legs go forward, back, out, rotate above the knee, a little over 90 at the knee, and then you can move his toe and heel, and then the entire foot has some twist and tilt. Not much, but enough to help get him stable. He has very nice stability. He can get into a lot of poses, and when he was first released, a lot of people were surprised because he has the same general shaped feet as Classic's Jetfire, who had notoriously bad stability. And the reason why is because Classic's Jetfire, his heel was this point right here, so having him stand with his leg out to the side like this, his heel wouldn't actually make contact with the ground, so he would fall back. But here, the heel is right here, and because these aren't hinged together, you can move them around as you need. So he has, it's not, this kind of foot isn't a bad kind of foot. Classic Jetfire just did a poor job of using that kind of foot. So he's a very nice figure, very intimidating, very characterful, and very, well, kind of regal. Like if I put these on, oh, wrong direction. If I put these missile launchers on, it looks very nice. I really, really like this figure. But the thing is, he is not the best use of this mold. The best use is the repaint, which I'll be reviewing next. Thank you for watching.